Hey, feasters, and welcome to episode 202. And by the end of this episode, you are going to learn the 2 actionable tactics to get away from subcontracting work and moving towards running that business of your own. Welcome to the Ask Rezzz podcast. I'm Jason, and I'm here to help you get past those bumps in the road, those struggles, those things that hold you back from building an amazing and profitable freelance business each and every single day. And this is another question that came from my list when I asked, what are you struggling with right now? This question is great. And let me reiterate the question here is that how do I take the next step from contracting resource to solo business owner? And what's great about this question is that it's a smart realization. It's smart because you are essentially taking the reins of your own business and moving away from just a freelancer to becoming a consultant. A contracting resource is someone who's hired by presumably another business to fill the gaps in their business. For example, development shops hiring a developer to help with their overflow work. Whereas a solo business owner is someone who has a specific customer that they go after and serve a specific solution towards. They may be a developer who can write PHP, but they stay to a specific kind of customer because of the service that they provide. For example, they only work with SaaS companies providing onboarding development within their application. I had this exact same question for myself back in 2011. See, back then, most of my client work was coming by way of other agencies. I purposefully did that due to me working in agencies for close to a decade prior. So I understood their pains, but I also knew that I didn't have to do the sales end. See, they were getting the sales and leads into their own business, and I figured I could leverage that, which at that time made sense because, well, I wasn't very comfortable in the sales and marketing aspect. However, in 2011, I realized that I was running a business that I had zero control over the work, the timelines, the budgets, the rates, and I had left a full-time job of one boss for a job that had 8. The first thing I did was stop taking on any new subcontracting work. Sure, I did work for existing clients, but any new agencies that came my way, I said no to. I started seeking out through my network for projects that I knew I could do, which were specifically focused on e-commerce. No longer did I want to work on employee directories, back-end applications, custom database applications on the front end, and things like this. I had no interest in doing those kind of things. So I focused solely on e-commerce. I put up a simple landing page talking about it, and then I had an online form for folks to fill out. This was the first time I started my own true sales pipeline. The second thing was really the key to my success, and that was to network. Business is all about the people. This was the time that I really started to double down on Twitter and jump into the many conversations that I could help people answer some questions on. I had Bridget Willard on Live in the Feast. I'll link up her show notes her episode in the show notes, by the way. But she's a Twitter guru and helps her clients build their businesses using relationship marketing on Twitter. She unpacked a plethora of tactics in that episode, which one of them is about creating lists and watching out for specific questions that you can answer. I didn't realize it then, but that's exactly what I was doing. I would spend about 30 minutes a day on Twitter just jumping in and helping out where I can. It's not fancy, but it's the reality of the business world today. If it were 1950, I would have been flipping through lead call lists and dialing people. Except in this day and age, people are on social media platforms and complaining. They are telling you specifically what they are struggling with. As someone who is providing services, that's a gold mine. These two initial stepping stones were the genesis of my business today. Stop taking on new clients I no longer wanted to work with, then make a conscious effort to seek out those I do want to work for. If you have a question, ask Rezzz. That's me by finding me on Twitter at Rezzz, or head on over to my website and jump onto my newsletter list. I'd love to have a conversation with you over there. And in the meantime, I'll send you my best tips on getting the best clients. Until next time, it's your time to live in the feast.